Hello and welcome to Advanced Word Types. Today we're going to be talking about adverbs and pronouns. If you remember our last Advanced Word Types video, adjectives are words which modify nouns. In a similar way, adverbs are words which modify verbs. Remember from last time, a verb is a word which describes an action, state, or occurrence. In other words, things that you do. In the sentence, he walked to school, the word walked is the verb because it is what the person is doing. If we said instead, he quickly walked to school, the word quickly is the adverb because it modifies or describes even further the act of walking. The person isn't just walking, he is walking quickly. Most adverbs are very easy to spot. For instance, smiled happily, loudly laughed, or easily replied. Perhaps you notice that all these adverbs end in ly and are placed right next to the verb that they're modifying. But adverbs can also be kind of tricky. Take a look at she answered the question carefully. In this case, the word carefully is the adverb because even though it's not right next to the verb answered, it modifies or tells us how the question was answered. Perhaps you might notice that so far, most of the adverbs which we've looked at end in ly. This is a good way to spot adverbs, but be careful because not all adverbs end that way. In the sentence, yesterday he drove to the store, the word yesterday actually serves as an adverb, even though it's also a noun, because it modifies the verb drove. If I said, the flowers smelled sweet, the word sweet is also an adverb because it describes, or in other words, modifies the verb smelled. At the end of the day, the best way to identify adverbs is based on how a word is being used. If it's modifying, specifying, explaining, or qualifying, or elaborating upon a verb, then it is an adverb. Switching gears briefly, let's talk about pronouns. To revisit our old friend nouns, think about how tiring it gets to say the same thing over and over. For instance, Ian walked to the store, then Ian bought some bread, but while Ian was paying for the bread, Ian saw a UFO come down from outer space, though luckily Ian was able to escape. Ian gets really repetitive. So instead, we have pronouns, words which replace or are substituted for nouns and noun phrases. The words I, you, me, he, she, they, it, everybody, and so on, are all pronouns because they take the place of nouns. In the sentence we were just talking about, instead of saying Ian over and over, we could have just said, Ian walked to the store, then he bought some bread, on and on. And as you can see, the word he is a pronoun because we substitute it for the noun Ian. And there you have it. You are now more than prepared to ace our word types games on Always Ice Cream and Clever Dragons with flying colors, and congratulations! You also have a great understanding of the different types of words out there in the world. Be sure to check out the rest of our fun games and quizzes, and I will see you next time. Good luck!